7th rendition of the Government Operations and Regulations Committee meeting. I detect a quorum with Councilman Young, Withers, Swope, Hall, and Cash joining me here at this committee. We have 3 resolutions that are going to all be on, can we do a consent agenda with these? RS 2022-1553 by Allen, Hancock, Stiles, and Gamble to adopt a new pay plan for the general employees of the Metro government. RS 2022-1554 by Allen, Hancock, Evans, and Gamble to adopt a new pay plan for the employees of Metropolitan Departments of Police and Fire, and RS 2022-1555 to adopt a new pay plan for employees of the Metropolitan Board of Health.
So moved.
Thank you.
What are you moving?
Consent.
Well, but the letter
We
is
do have a letter
all
to
of these for one meeting.
defer the consent agenda for one meeting.
Okay.
So moved and seconded. Thank you. Do we have any comments, questions, objections?
I have a question.
Okay. Councilman Young, proceed.
And this is, and I know I wouldn't, if there is, because a substitute budget has not been released yet or hinted at what might be in it, but if a substitute budget is released that does include funding for COLAs that is more, these do not reflect the COLAs, correct? These are just the titles or I guess, do these include the 4% COLA, or is that in addition to what these pay plan adjustments are?
Those pay plans include the 4% COLA.
Right.
Council has the right to make uniform adjustments up and down. So if you increase the COLA, then we would just prepare a pay plan that tracks with that. So we cross that bridge when we get to it.
Right.
But we would prepare an appropriate pay plan because of your uniform adjustments, which you legally have the right to do.
Gotcha. Okay. That was more of a process
The
question.
ones in here include the 4%. So if you're trying to just do some quick math, it would be an incremental % up on all of the pay ranges.
Right. All right. And I just asked that because I don't know what to expect from the substitute. Thank you, Chair.
Councilmember Cash, then.
So Cash, then Swope.
I'm just curious if that's one of the reasons it's being deferred a meeting.
No, may I?
No.
It's being deferred to track with the budget.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And if in fact we do decide to raise it to 5, then you would provide us with a substitute for both of these, or all 3 of these.
Or we just do it after the fact. Just make sure that the pay
Correct.
plan is there because you have the statutory adjustment up and down. Because it's not unusual that there could be your substitutes, which typically pass, have included those amendments in the past, right? There wasn't an extra step that was outlined or whatever the case is. So we can correct that after the fact, but it's not a problem to produce a pay plan after. I will tell you, it's quite a bit of work, but that's the way the cookie crumbles, so. But
Speaking of crumble cookies.
It did sound like, it sounded like Budget Chair Allen really wanted to allow, since this seems to be a frequent topic, the COLA is a frequent topic on the wish list, to allow some of those working sessions to kind of play out a bit and get some feedback before.
Makes sense.
So, yes, but to track with the budget, typically it would go this and the ordinance that creates all the new positions that are in the pay plan. That'll all usually track together.
And if I may, so the first one says pay plan that does, except for Health, Board of Education, Police and Fire Department, and then we've got one for Police and Fire Department and one for Board of Health. We don't pass the Board of Education pay plan, is that correct?
No, you do give them funding,
Right.
and you can allocate an intent, but they technically will make those determinations.
Correct.
Say that louder for those in the back, because I think there's most people on council that don't understand. All we're statutorily able to do is write a check.
Yep. That's why
And it's up to the school board on how they spend the money. And whether the mayor's office or the council likes it or not, we are not members of the school board. So, sorry, had to plug in my frustration.
No, that's why I asked it. I think I need
So
the
remind
answer.
all your constituents to scream at the publicly elected school board.
Correct.
Any other comments, questions? Let's vote on these 3 items. We have a motion to defer them one meeting. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstaining? And bills on second reading. Bill 2022-1253 by Allen and Hancock to create various positions in Metro government, including apprentice, compliance monitor. I will let everyone look up Bill 2022-1253 to see the 20-some odd positions listed here. And we do have a letter of approval from Councilmember Allen, and we have staff present if there are questions.
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. And does anyone have any questions? All in favor for approval?
Yep.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstain? And the next and last bill on this jam-packed agenda today is BL 2022-1254 by Allen, Hancock, and Young to authorize a fee to fund the technology required for the community development and regulation processes and establishes the ITS Technology Fund.
So moved.
Second.
And we have a letter to approve from Councilmember Allen. Do we have any questions? Staff want to make any statements?
No, just appreciate the opportunity to provide a new funding source for needed technology updates.
All right. So all in favor?
Yep.
Opposed? Abstain? Thank you very much. Meeting is adjourned. Make sure to grab yourself a crumble cookie in the kitchen, thanks to Council Lady Evans. And now I won't have to wait so long for my delivery to come from Henderson. It'll just come from Hermitage.
We should have had Mr. Durbin give it like a 30-minute dissertation about mine.
Yeah.
We've had them, but you can only have like a quarter at a time, they're so rich.
Exactly.
They call this bill
Are they?
I'm sorry I missed the
They're so
window.
rich, like.
By the time